So once again, El, may I have your permission to record?
Of course.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Ask the question again.
Yeah, so when you find inaccuracies on your credit report and you do a dispute and you cite the associated law for what it is, and they don't do what they're supposed to do, what the expectation is, you're supposed to delete it or update it. You're supposed to do something, but they don't. And then they'll send you back a letter saying, basically, they feed you word salad, is basically what they're doing. Do you just, so from what I did, from what I understand from the research I've done, is you just have to just keep resubmitting. But that doesn't make sense to me. Like, if the law says this and they know it's wrong, why is it not? Why are you not getting the outcome you seek initially? Like, why are you having to keep playing around with it?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking that question. Number one, it's important for all of us to know that it's a mind game. It's a mind game. Also, when you're communicating with the credit bureau, you're not communicating with people, you're communicating with machines. And they understand that, remember, like I said, it's a business, not a government agency, it's a business. So the way that they make money is by holding information. They're just a data information company. So the more information that they have, the more money that they make. The less information that they have, the less money that they make. So they have things in place to discourage you from continuing on and doing what you need to do to fix your credit. One thing that they may respond back, even if you found the errors and inaccuracies and you got that proof, and you send out their first letter, and they may respond with you with what's called a stall letter, saying like, hey, we're not going to move forward with this dispute because it seems like such and such and such or something. It's a response that stalls the process. And their goal is to slow you down, stall you, because they know at the same time the average person is just busy. They got a lot going on. So if you don't have the time to stay consistent and persistent and diligent with your credit repair process, you're going to forget about it and go about your business because you got to go. You got to manage life. You got to go on with your life. But the thing here is, and I say this for all my clients, the name of the game when it comes to the credit repair process is patience, persistence, and just not giving up. Now, I'm not saying just keep sitting in disputes and yada, yada, yada. No. This is how JaySko Capital is different from other companies out here, is that we are very strategy-based, meaning that we already have a strategy and plan of how we're going to approach the credit bureau. So what I want to share with you is, that's why I was saying, make sure that you get your proper documentation first. The first thing that you do, the first letter that you should send out when it comes to the credit bureaus, I don't encourage you to go out the gate, oh, this violation, you violate my rights, here's a law that proves that, get this off. No, you gotta, it's like going into a relationship, you just gotta start the conversation first. Look, hey, Mr. Experience, Mr. Credit Bureau, I took a moment to look at my credit report, and I've noticed some stuff that's just funny on my credit. Can you please do an investigation just to make sure that that the information is correct? Do your part. Do your job, please. So what they're going to do, because they are a machine, they're not people, they're going to take your letter, read it, put codes on it, and they're going to send a message to the data furnisher. The data furnisher are the companies that's reporting the information on your credit, like the banks, the mortgage companies, anybody that you took credit out on, they're going to send a code to them saying, hey, James said that this information is inaccurate, it's not right. Is this true? And then the data furnisher probably going to send an automated message back just so they said that they did their job, they did their investigation, and they're just going to send a response back to the credit bureau saying that, yeah, this information is verified. And the reason why they do that is because the average person, they know they ain't going to push even further because they ignorant. So, and if they do respond back to you saying verify or something like that, if they don't remove it off, that's cool. I want them to verify my information because I need to catch you in the trap. Exactly. The goal here is I need for you to contradict yourself. That's the strategy. Because when I found out how you contradict yourself, I got you. I'm finna get my money. I got you. Or it's one of two things. I'm finna get this off my credit. I'm excited. If they remove it off the credit, great. I'm going on by my business. Now, if they don't, and it's very clear that they're violating my rights, I'm just going to go on to the next.
Because they're validating the inaccuracy, which is basically what you're talking about, then, I mean, logically to me, the next step would be to provide the proof and then provide them admitting that it's right.
The next step
And then they have to remove it.
The next step after that is I need for them to tell me what was your method of verification that you used to validate this information.
So you don't just resubmit the same type of dispute in a different way.
Nope.
Okay, now that makes sense.
Remember strategy. The first thing is, Mr. Credit Bureau, I'm noticing stuff because as a consumer, I have the right to challenge. Be like, hey, look, I took a look at my credit report. Something is fishy. Don't look right. All right, can you check this out for me? Check with the data furnishers, the original companies, the people. Just check to see if my information right because something ain't right. And then they give you a response back and it's verified. Yeah, this information is right. Cool. Next, well, can you please show me how did you verify this information when it's very clear that this information is inaccurate? How did you verify this? I'm literally, I haven't told them specifically yet, but if you don't tell me now, I'm going to show you how you just lied.
Yeah, because they won't be able to verify if it's inaccurate anyway.
Exactly. That would be the second step. What's your next question?
Okay, my next question was, and this is from research I've done too. I'm a research type person.
Great.
When it comes to your personal information, it's better to call the bureaus to dispute like your name or address. Is it better to actually call versus sending out or processing the dispute on their respective sites?
Either way is fine. But I'm the person, I like paper trails. Paper trail I always win for me. Always. And you can call and get on the phone with the representative like, hey, these addresses are old, yada, yada, yada. And they will they'll do their part to remove it off the profile or whatever. But I need a paper trail.
I get that.
You know what I mean? So, any other questions?
So like submitting on their respective sites is like the best way.
You can do that, but what I'm saying is that paper trail meaning that I'm going to craft a letter.
Okay.
Matter of fact, let me give y'all some more game. This is what we do at JaySko Capital. We notarize. We have an affidavit of truth that we submit, and we get it notarized. Every single one of our clients, they have to get this document notarized. Also, just want to say, hey, look, we know I'm not even going to announce it until it's like 100% official, but we're wrapping up this thing that we're about to roll out with JaySko Capital. But it's important. One thing that we do is we get that document notarized that it's a paper saying like, hey, this is my correct and valid information when it comes to my personal information. Anything else is not accurate. And it just makes everything more official and more serious. Take me serious, right? Cool. Any other questions?